Hey there, everyone. Welcome to another live stream Tuesday night watch chat. We're doing it Tuesday this week. Holidays are coming up. Mike is here with us. Hey, Mike, how are you doing, buddy? Good to
Good,
have you
Bobby.
on
Thanks,
again.
thanks for having me. I guess I
Yeah.
didn't. I guess I didn't suck too bad the last time I was on. You said
No,
you're
no,
willing to have me back.
you're you received more love barely than the hate. So that's a net positive. So you're
Okay, all right. If that's
okay.
all it takes,
Yeah.
that's great. I'm
Yeah,
happy to hear that.
and look, you outperformed Wolfgang that night, so that was also a
I
good
don't.
point.
I don't know if that's possible, but thank you. Thanks for stroking the ego. I appreciate it.
Yeah, yeah, no worries. Hey, what do you got on wrist tonight?
Well, tonight I have one of the new watches that I recently got.
Ooh,
This
yeah,
is the Panerai 676.
excellent. Let me
So
just do a zoom.
it's a manual wind.
Yeah.
It's a 42 millimeter.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And what I like most about it is the thinness of this. So you get a lot of the kind of Panerai look and feel of the
Yeah.
Luminor, but you
Yeah.
don't have the thickness and or the size. So really digging this. I just put it on a new strap as well. It came with a black alligator,
Yeah.
which made it look really dressy.
Mm-hmm.
Which I think technically this Due model is more of a dress watch than a sports watch because it only has the 30 meters of water resistance. So
Yeah.
it's not a true Panerai in that sense. You know, the Paneristi will be upset with the water rating on the watch, but this one's not going in the water, so I
Yeah.
don't care. But I do
Is
like the aesthetics.
is this your first Panerai?
No, I've had two other Panerais in the past, one a sub and one a another Luminor, but it
Mm-hmm.
was a 44
Mm-hmm.
with a date complication.
Okay.
And I decided if I get another Panerai, I just want a very simple Panerai. The
Yeah.
small seconds I was good with,
Yeah.
but I wasn't interested in a date function on this. I just wanted something a little more straightforward and kind of wind and wear. So this
Yeah.
one I think fits the bill. I
Yeah.
really like it. It fits well, and I think this one's a keeper for the long run.
Yeah, I mean the reason why I was asking if this is your first one because you had mentioned came with this one came with a a black leather strap, dressy.
Hmm.
You switched the strap, so you've been down the road with straps and
Yeah.
Panerai
Hmm.
and any of the watches that I've ever had. Like it is so much fun. I had the most fun um, changing straps on a particular watch, and
Oh
it's a
yeah.
moment. I mean, like getting straps for like it's just like it's so much fun. I mean, they go so they're a strap. I'm trying to avoid saying strap monster, but they are, but that's what they are. They are
Hmm.
totally fun
Yeah.
straps.
I definitely experienced that with the sub. I did go through quite a number of the rubber straps, different
Yeah,
colors. Great. It
yeah,
was really nice, easy to swap out.
yeah.
Um, but the watch is just I don't know. It's getting to the point where it's just a little too big for me now. So
Mm,
smaller is a little smaller is better. 42 seems really good so far
okay,
with this
yeah,
one. So I'm digging it.
awesome, awesome. I have the Gorilla
Oh,
fastback
nice.
on, kind of like a big watch, and it's I mean square. I just I love the shape. It's actually relatively thin, and it sits very well on wrist. It's just a fun
Hmm.
kind of watch. Now, before we get into the star of the show, the other purchase that you made, let's say
Yeah.
hello with the chat first, and then we'll get into maybe some of the lead up to the the purchase of that watch and also of the Panerai. So let's say hello to some of the guys. Rob, Mountain Center Time, good to see you. He's sporting the Starbucks tonight. Excellent. Marceau is here. What's up, Marceau? Wearing the UN Freak. Peter C, what's going on? Brigade Marine. Wow. I mean, we got some heavy hitters starting off the show. This is great. Another one with the Scott's Brigade Classique. Very nice. Nilo is here. What's up, Nilo? Hey, Joe, how you doing? He's got his UN Aqua QP today. Wilson's here. What's going on, Wilson? Good to see you. Maison, hello, sir. Greetings, salutations. He's also wearing his one of his favorite watches, the Moser Pioneer Mad Swiss Red. I think
Hmm.
Maison's worn that watch more than any watch for sure this year. Um, yeah, Nilo, fantastic watches for yep. Bruno is here. Good to see you, Bruno. James, how you doing? What new watch? Well, there's gonna be another one. There's gonna be another one. Caliber, good to see you. Good to see you here. James is wearing his yellow dial Raven Trekker tonight. I like that watch. Very nice. Um, Scott, I like eating nice pasta dish while we're at Panerai. Okay. It's so funny. I have a Luminor. It's 44.
Hmm.
Um, it's an older piece. It's more. It doesn't even. I mean, like it doesn't feel like a dive watch, right? I mean, like it doesn't have the bezel. It's not like the submersible. I just feel
Hmm.
like it's like a really beefy field watch,
Hmm.
and that's why probably can fit any strap. You can wear it at any occasion. It's just I don't know. I love Panerai. I have many watch fantasies, and one is to add a Radomir and a submersible and have a nice little
Hmm.
collection.
Yeah,
Um,
absolutely.
Ken is here all the way from Pittsburgh. Um, Maison, hey, when do you do a Christmas stream? We want to see the Santa hat. Hey, it's coming up. I mean, like, we got 15 days. The tree is up. The lights are on. The ornaments are not all up there yet. The trains are in there testing right now, where we're trying to make sure the tracks don't collide with each other because we have two different train sets going on there. And I will next week we'll debut the Christmas tree. Um, Consider wearing the PRX tonight. Very nice. And hey, Marcelo, good to see you. And Kevin Hawthorne from Lakeland, Florida. All right. Oh, Von Cruel, what's up? Wearing my Hamilton PSR tonight. Impractical, but I love it. Well, thank you so much, Von Cruel. All right. So we talked Panerai. We'll get more into that in a little bit. But you picked up another piece, and before we do a reveal, was there any kind of like was there any what was the story behind it? Was it something like it was on a whim? Were you planning this? Were you just finding the right time, right opportunity to take advantage? Give us a little bit of a background. I know you want to keep some of this stuff, more quiet or personal because, whatever interactions, but with sellers and whatnot. But I know, but give us a little bit of a background on this.
Sure. So, it's part of a sub collection that I have within my
Hmm.
collection.
Yeah.
So I already have four. I already had four from this brand, and this is another one that I was eyeing. This specific model. Now, within this specific model line, there are a number of variants, and I didn't want. I guess just a regular production model. I was looking for something a little bit more special and unique. Didn't have to be limited, but
Hmm.
the fact that it is limited made it a little bit more interesting to me. This is one that when I saw it the first time, it was one that I definitely liked and has been in the consideration. So there were maybe four or five specific models um, that I was looking at, or variants that I was looking at and kind of considering. Um, and one just recently came out. However, I was not going to get an allocation for one,
Right.
so it kind of ruled that one out. I guess I could wait a few more years and maybe find one on the secondary market, but I didn't really want to wait a few more years. So I reconsidered what my options were currently, um, and I found one at a good price and was able to make a deal for it. So I decided to add it. So this was definitely not on a whim. This is one that I've had
Hmm.
my eye on
Okay.
for a few years.
Yeah.
But I was just waiting to decide the right piece at the right time for the right price. And I knew an anniversary was coming up, and I wanted to wait to see what that was and would I have a shot at it. And when I
Mm.
found out that I wasn't going to get one, then it kind of made the decision to move forward a little bit easier.
Okay, well, hey, KR Joy, good to see you. Well, I mean, let's not wait any longer. Let's make this the reveal, and I'll add it right here, and you can tell us a little bit about the piece, and here it is.
Yep. So this is the Longa and Zona 25th anniversary Longa One. So, as most of you, I'm sure, know, they just came out with their 30th anniversary piece, two pieces, platinum with an onyx dial, matching date. So it's harkens back to um, the Darth from several years back.
Mm,
Platinum, platinum onyx Darth, spectacular. If I had the opportunity to get one, I would have absolutely done that
yeah.
one because I love that watch. The Darths themselves do not come up very often. Every once in a while, you'll see one. They were not limited in production, but they don't come up for sale very often. So I was trying to get one a few months back, and it just didn't happen. It didn't go through. So I kind of lost my opportunity at that one that came up. So I reset my sights, and again, this one was definitely in consideration. So
Mm,
what's unique about this one is instead of the hour markers being applied on this, they are painted blue.
hmm.
The date is blue. Everything on the watch is blue except for the two indicators where the up down is for the power reserve. There's two little red right before it gets into the no power zone. There's two red dots.
Okay.
That's the only other color on the
Yep.
watch to remind you it's time to wind the watch. Um, this one has a half hunter case back as well, as you can
Hmm.
see
Yeah.
here on the far right, with an engraving of the manufacturer. It's got Walter Longa's name and Gunther Blumlein's name on the other side. It's kind of cut off in this picture, but Gunther Blumlein's name is on the other side. And then when you open the half hunter case back, you've got the traditional Longa One movement, and the balance cock is engraved and also painted, and it has the 25th 25 at the
Mm,
very top there. You can kind of make it out in the picture there to replicate the big date. So it's very unique for Longa ones to have a hunter caseback, half hunter caseback like this one. So it stands out. It's unique. 250 pieces made, white gold, um, absolutely beautiful.
hmm.
And one of the other things that kind of push this one over the top, it also comes. This one usually comes on a tang buckle, but this one came with a deployant.
Oh,
So
very nice.
in addition to getting
Yeah.
a very limited watch, it also happened to come with a deployant, which if you've looked into the price of Longa deployants, they are quite spendy.
Yeah.
So it was kind of a nice bonus to be able to get that with it as well. So
Yeah. Yeah. Well, congratulations, Mike. I have to
thank you.
say, Longa, uh, so many great different models. I mean, Datograph, Zeitwerk, uh, you can, and much more. The Longa one to me, just in general. I mean, I know this is very specific, and you can go down a rabbit hole with Longa ones with different variations and anniversaries and whatnot. But the Longa is such a classic time. When I
Mm,
think of classic timepieces, um, Longa, the Longa one is up there, and it's so glasoot style, right? I mean,
mhm,
we see that with Geo, and their Pano series, right? Very
right.
similar look, right? And both of those brands being from the same little town in Germany.
Mhm,
And just a special, I just love the sub dial for the time. I love the discs for the date window and for the date, how it's
mhm,
presented. I love the power reserve as well. Um, Manual movement, just a beautiful design and engraving and whatnot. A very typical uh, 3/4 plate look, um, for that, which is very very German as well. Um,
Mhm.
just just loved everything about this piece, and what's special about it too. You have this hunter case back, right, which is very
Mhm.
very cool with the engraving of the factory in the town. Just a great great piece, and to me, I mean, this is a beautiful watch, but with like most longer ones, I mean, you can't go wrong, right? You just
No,
can't go wrong,
no.
whichever one, right?
Yeah, they're all, I mean, they're all beautiful. Even the regular production ones, no doubt are gorgeous.
Hmm.
So, it's just one of those pieces, that I decided that I wanted something a little bit different, a little bit
Hmm.
more special than
Sure.
the ordinary, but there's certainly nothing wrong with the ordinary
No,
ones.
of course.
I mean, they're not. I mean, you could argue that none of them are ordinary. They make
Mm,
5,000 watches a year, so
yeah.
I mean, it's not like there's millions of these things around. So it's a special watch. This one is a little bit more special. Um,
Hmm.
I wasn't completely sure about the deployant. I had tried a Lange on a deployant, but it was the single fold as opposed to the double fold, and this one happens to have the double fold
Yeah.
deployant, which makes all the difference in the world from a
Mm,
comfort perspective, at least for me anyway. So that was something that I was quite happy when I got it and put it on. That it felt really good, and it's nice having that extra level of security with a deployant over just the tang buckle, which obviously
absolutely.
Longa is famous for. They want you to be able to look at the movement unobstructed
Yeah.
with the strap. So
Yeah, absolutely. Oh man, just a great timepiece. And for some of you guys in the chat who may not know, we were able to get together. I've met Mike a couple times. We were at Watch Time together with a bunch of other people, and just sharing that experience. And I'm going to touch a little bit about that uh, in at Watch Time and looking some of these watches. I mean, we were geeking out, a bunch of us at the Langenhain stand,
mm,
right, booth
mhm,
upstairs at the
mhm,
Watch Time, and just like handling and holding these German timepieces. There's something very different about them, right? I mean, I know, the Swiss timepiece, that's the flagship of watches, right? I mean, people aspire to get a Swiss timepiece. The Japanese timepieces are also very well constructed, and you can have affordable and very,
mhm.
luxurious Japanese watches. If you're not into watches, you may not even know that Germans make their own watches, right? I mean, I certainly didn't.
Yeah.
That I didn't never even like entered my consciousness that the Germans made watches. But when you discover when you discover German watches and the uniqueness and the build quality, and they take it so seriously, right? I mean, I know the
Mhm.
Swiss do and the Japanese do, of course, but there's something just a little bit different. And if you're attracted to it, you feel like it's a little bit more special than the others.
Yeah, you and I suffer the same affliction of love for German watches.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
for sure. I don't know what it is about the design language,
yeah,
um, but whatever it is, I can pick a German watch out pretty quickly when I'm
right,
just scrolling through pictures, and I can identify it being German.
yeah,
There's just something about it. I don't know exactly what it is. Maybe it's the classic look, the
mhm,
pocket watch reference.
mm,
But the design language, Maurice Grotzman,
mhm,
Nomos, Geo, Longa. I mean, all of those brands, I love them. I mean, they are quite good, very well made. There's just a level of, I don't know, precision, I guess, when you look at a German watch, I guess.
mhm,
But it's the design aesthetic. I mean, obviously, the Japanese make really great
yep,
watches, and the Swiss make great watches. That keep time very, very well, as good or better than the German watches. But it's just something about the design language that I really like. And
mm,
the sooner I came to grips with that and just accepted that's my thing
yeah,
and what I like, it makes um, purchasing watches a little bit easier, but I still
Yeah,
like other stuff too. But
sure.
I know that if I had to pick one, um, type of manufacturer, I think German would be the one that I would go for.
Yep. Hey, Dib has joined us. How you doing, Dib? Good
Hey,
to
Deb.
see you.
Hi guys.
Let's catch up with the chat a little bit, and then we'll move on and hear a little bit more about the Panerai. Von Krul said he tried to get an allocation of the Joya Pergo casquette, titanium and gold. I don't think I'm going to get one, but he may need to buy a more affordable GP to get an yes for that one. Amin's here. Good to see you. Joe approving. So is Marceau. So is Peter. Caliber liking it. Punisher XS extra small, extra XS. Punisher X. Okay.
Extra
So is my
scary.
extra scary. Okay.
Uh,
Nice. James loves the asymmetric glassute dial layout. KR Joy approving. Langenhain, Marceau said George at watch time was awesome. Agreed. German all the way. Wilson, happy that Dib's here. So is Joe. And German cars too. All right.
mhm.
Dib, what's going on? Hey, German cars. You approve German cars? Yeah, he likes it too. Okay, good. Moving along, let's talk about. Okay, so let's wrap up the Panerai. Was this a? I pictured when I first heard that you got the Lange one and the Panerai. I thought to myself, okay, he's balancing it out. You know what I mean? He's got like very high end, um, dress watch, bouncing out with a Panerai, which while on the dressy side for Panerai is still a sports piece. So
Yeah,
what was the thinking there, other than that you wanted something smaller, right?
yeah.
For Panerai.
I wish there was something more interesting behind the
Yeah,
story
gotcha,
there.
gotcha.
It wasn't really all that interesting. I knew that I wanted to get out of the sub that I had, the
Yeah, yeah,
Panerai sub, just because it was hard to wear.
yeah,
I didn't dislike the watch. I still like the watch.
yeah.
It does come in a 42, so maybe I could have gone
Hmm.
that direction. But
Hmm.
I don't know how many Panerais I want exactly.
Yeah,
And if I'm going to have one, this is the style of the
yeah,
one that I want to have.
yeah,
So I decided while I was doing this deal, um, I made a deal for a second watch at the same time
mm,
to maybe sweeten the pot a little bit
sure,
or make it a little bit more
yeah,
palatable.
yeah,
Um, so it wasn't a one for one. I didn't trade the sub directly for this. The
yeah,
sub's worth a little bit more than this, but it helped
yeah, yeah,
make the deal happen, I think. So I was willing to part with the sub and get this one. So
yeah,
I'm happy with it. This is one I will wear and
yeah,
can wear. And with a new strap that I just put on it, the brown calf strap, it looks much more casual, which was
mhm,
what I was hoping to get done. I don't need more dress watches. I have a few now.
yeah,
So something more casual, and the Panerai is great. And the legibility,
yep,
spectacular for us
yep,
old timers.
yep,
Being able to read the time without your
yeah,
glasses on is important. So
yeah,
this is at the other end of the spectrum of
yeah,
legibility from the Longo one. The Longo one I can still read because of the nice contrast of the
sure,
blued hands and
yeah,
the argente background of the dial. So
yeah.
it works okay.
And look, the thing with the Panerai, you can, which is a complete opposite of the of ALS, is that you can get in and out of these, right?
Mhm.
Very very easily and very quickly, very fluid, right? I mean, like
Yeah.
so if you wanted to either trade, get rid of, or get a new one, or get
Hmm.
an older one, it's fairly simple. There's so many out there,
Yeah.
and yeah, I mean you can get yourself a 20-year-old Panerai with a solid ETA movement in there for peanuts basically, and it's a great
Yep.
watch. It's a great watch. Hey, Dib, I do you want to talk about something that you picked up recently, or no? We don't have to do that if you don't want to.
I picked up Seamaster 300 with a Sedna gold bezel. That's the
Which you affectionately call the Bobby Leg Special,
exactly.
which
Yeah.
I really. Well, hey, congratulations on this one. Um, I got to tell you, I didn't see this coming. I mean, I know a friend of ours has something very similar, right? But I didn't, and I know you liked it. I didn't know that it was something that you liked it enough that you were going to get it. But so I was pleasantly surprised. So a little bit of if you can give us a little background on how this
Well,
happened.
I mean, I got a really nice price for it
Yeah,
from my AD, and he had a couple of watches on sale just to clear out some stock, and I haven't bought from him in a while, so I thought, why not?
yeah, yeah.
I got this at a very good price. Again, when I
Hmm.
sell, not if I sell,
Hmm.
I'm gonna lose money on it, but the loss won't be that big
Yeah.
compared to what might be if I bought it from a place like Exquisite, for
Hmm.
example.
Hmm.
You know,
Yeah.
but definitely a watch. I mean, I've had this since like I got this on Friday.
Yeah.
I have worn this watch nonstop. No
Yeah.
other watch.
Yeah.
Great watch.
Yeah, and it actually, it looks good on your wrist with the coloring. I love these two-tone Seamasters, especially the blue and the gold and the Sedna gold on rubber. I think they're just awesome watches, and you can find good deals like you did. There are deals out there to be had on these watches. That's what I like to see masters because look, it's direct competitor, really. I mean, it's Submariner, right? We know that, right? But the sub, being a little bit harder to get, you don't really see too many deals on subs actually. So it's nice that you have something like the Omega Seamaster out there that is produced. A lot of them are produced and a lot of different variations, and you can get in and out of these also without getting too hurt, right? If
I
you're,
think it's honestly, I'm not talking about this one in particular, but any of the steel Sea Masters are good value, even
hmm
if you don't get a discount, which I think you should. If not, you're richer than me, obviously. But definitely, like for the price that they're advertising it at, great watch, great
hmm
specs, can't really beat it. Like I've had the no date sub for over 2.5 years, and I sold
yeah,
it. Um, is it I don't know, $5,000 better than this one? No, it's not.
yeah,
It's just not.
right. Uh, BS or B under space S. A live show. Yes, first time here. Hey, listen, BS. Really appreciate you
Yeah,
joining
feel
us.
free to throw some BS at us. I'll throw some back at
Yeah,
you.
yeah. I was trying not to say BS, as hard as I could. I mean, so but yeah, I guess there's no way to avoid that. BS. I do a live stream typically, Tuesday or Wednesdays every week. Last couple of weeks I've been a little taking some time off. We'll be back doing more streams at the for the rest of the year and into next year. Um, say it. I don't care. Okay. Um, Barney Barney Simpson. Okay, but that's I'm gonna all right. Whatever. Anyway, um, well, congratulations, Dib. Great watch. And you have quite the collection, and I love it. I love the choice. I love the choice. Okay, so let's talk new releases, shall we? Um, Speaking of Omega, uh, we have a new Omega that came in, and we could talk about that Armstrong in a second. The new Speedmaster pilot flight. Now, I did a video this morning. The news videos that I typically do every few times a week, and when I opened up Monochrome, I and did the video. This was actually like my first reaction, and I really liked it. I like the layout. I like the way they looks. I like the colors, the contrast. But I would love to, and I haven't spoken to anybody about this watch today, so I would love to hear your feedback, Mike and Dib. Mike, what did you think about this release?
I had the same reaction when I first saw it. I liked the look of it, the aesthetics of the watch, and then I had to keep reminding myself that I don't know. I guess I like the traditional pro speedies without the date, and I've owned Speedmasters with dates
Hmm.
before. Um, I guess just for me, it doesn't feel like a Speedmaster with a date on it. So
Hmm. Gotcha.
I do like the look of it. Would I buy one? Probably not, but I do like the look. I think the colors are great. I like the seconds hand with the little, I don't know if that's a rocket or a plane or what exactly that is, but I do like the seconds hand, the small the
Yep.
chrono seconds. Pretty cool looking. Um,
Well, I think that's a nod to the older Lemania movements. All the older Lemanias came with that hand for
mhm,
their
Mm.
chrono hand.
yeah.
Oh, very
So
nice.
overall, I like it. Don't dislike it. I think it's probably a little expensive too. I think that's what I'm kind
Yeah.
of seeing on the interwebs about this release. A little spendy, but nothing bad to say about it. It's just not for me.
Yeah. Hey, Patel Philippe is here. Love the name. Good one. Maison saying the Seamaster that caught my eye in the AD was a 300 Heritage. Might add it to my ever-growing list, but I already have one diver, and that is the 50 Fathoms. And my next is going to be the CQ. Hey, Bear Clooney's here. How you doing, Bear? Good to see you. Um, Neo always loved Bobby. Okay. No, I hope you mean me. Hey, it's a plane for the Solar Impulse.
Mm.
Dib, you're quite the Omega aficionado. Um,
I'm not.
tell us what you think. Yeah, you kind of are. You've
I
owned some
mean, I,
Speedmasters.
I
You
like
got a
I like
Seamaster. Come on,
I
you're
like the watch. It's a cool looking watch, but never really paid a lot of attention to the Flight Master, to be honest.
yeah,
But I just kept looking back at the one from the 70s,
mm,
and that kind of drove me down a path of used Omegas from the 70s, which includes the Mark II. I think it's a cool watch to have, but I wouldn't pay 9,800 for it any day. I mean, it's not gonna be a very popular watch to begin with. Like some details on the watch dial are extremely cool, like the loop blocks.
yeah.
But it's a little plain for me,
The
and
case back's a little boring, right? I mean, like it's a little boring, right? I
it's
mean,
just that it competes with its own siblings in a way. You
yeah,
have the Pro Seamaster, then you have the first Omega in space, then you have the bigger 44 millimeter chunky watches with with the ceramics, white
yeah,
ceramic, black ceramic, dark side of the moon, and you're inundated with the meteorite dial. You're inundated with choices, and I think it's hard for this watch to distinguish itself from the current crop of speedies out there. Five
Yeah,
grand, sure, why not? Ninety eight
there's a
hundred, no.
Speedmaster for everybody. Let's just put it
yeah,
that way.
yeah, yeah.
Whatever you're looking for, it's out there.
And Mike, I think that's a great way to put it. I mean, I like this release. Um, Now, if I went to the boutique or AD and with a Speedmaster in mind to purchase, would it be the first one that I would purchase? No,
Yeah,
it
it would
wouldn't.
be the
It wouldn't.
last
It
one.
wouldn't. I don't know if it'd be the last one, but it wouldn't be the first one. But anyway, I like it. 9,500. Yeah, I mean, look, we've seen these Speedmasters go up in price a lot the last couple of years, right? So I'm not really surprised at the price. It's part of the permanent collection. If Dib what Dib says is true, it's not going to be a popular release. Maybe we'll see some big discounts on this.
I
Maybe,
think if
maybe.
people really wanted this case with that movement, they have the green dial, they have the I think the red dial and the blue dial. That's a better watch. That's $1,000 cheaper.
Mm,
Those are I think mid eights, if I'm not wrong. I mean, I'll have to look it up. I don't remember the price off the top of my head, but it's just that those represent better values to me. Like honestly, you're really invested in this history of like the flight master history, which trust me, nobody is. Half of the people did not even know this watch existed before today, probably.
Yeah. Speedmaster 57 is James'
Yeah,
choice.
Speedmaster 57.
Hey, Scott, so I was like, hey, still cheaper than Daytona,
Hmm.
right?
I mean, let's be honest. The Daytona is the king of the king. These are all, little squares running around. Oh, let me get some attention from here. Let me get some attention from here. We don't compare the king. It's like comparing Wilson to a normal person. You just don't. You just don't.
So
Yeah,
you should, so what you're saying, just like you know what? Don't even bother with any of these other chronographs, right? It's just the Daytona. It's
yeah.
Daytona
The
and
Daytona is
everybody
it.
else, right?
Like
Okay.
why do you want a Speedy when you can have a Daytona?
Uh,
That
But you
being
can't.
said, I've had
That's the
four
problem.
Speedies. I've
yeah,
had
you
four.
can't get out, right?
You can get a Speedmaster. Getting a Daytona is a little harder,
That's true.
unless you're Dib. Unless you're Dib,
Right.
then
I
it's
don't
not
know
so bad.
anything.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
just a guy with a Omega today.
Yeah.
Okay.
Uh, Scott says, "Yeah, I'd rather get a glass box than a Speedmaster." Hey, I like
So
those glass
can't do that.
boxes.
Nah.
I like them though.
Glass box is nice, but I wouldn't
Yeah.
get it over a Speedmaster.
No, 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 no. But I mean, like, I think what I'm getting here, and we all know this is that there's so many great chronographs out there, right? Like,
Yeah.
and like Mike said about Omega, there's a Speedmaster for everyone. There's a chronograph for everyone for sure. Um, That's right. Wilson is very supportive of Div's stance on the Daytona.
I mean, king
Um,
knows the king. It's like self propaganda at this point. But it's fine. We'll take it.
yeah. Von Cruel saying, "I'm so happy with my lunar pilot since I got a better bracelet for it from Island Watch. Yeah, it's quartz, but it's still has some lesser space cred. That's true. It does have some
Mhm.
space cred for sure. Um,
Big watch.
it is a big.
Like
It is a
46
big
mil, I
watch,
think.
right? Uh, it is a big watch. Um, okay. This okay, so that's in that actually that armor strong came out before. Okay, hey Dib, I know this. I know the Icefall came out. I know this is a similar one came out a few months ago.
I don't care about Grand
This,
Seiko anymore to talk about
oh
that
come
watch.
on, talk to us. We love
I don't even know what I mean, it's a titanium. All right,
yeah.
so it has the
It's
same snowflake case with a high beat movement in titanium. If
yeah.
you
It's
guys
a little bit
want
bigger.
what is it, $7,000 today? It'll be 4,500 in 3 months when the AD is begging people to buy it. So forget about Grand Seiko, like
8,000 euro.
yeah,
Eight
8,000
thousand.
euros. So let's say $8,000. This will be all right. Let's be a little hopeful. 5,500. The
I, I
dealer will
s-
offer you 3,000 as a trade-in because they can't sell this. That's fine. Just another forgettable release by the Japanese.
Mike, how do you feel about Grand Seikos?
I have a hard time mostly with Grand Seiko. I can't keep up with every watch I see released. I'm like, didn't they do this already? Like every single one. There's nothing different or new. I mean, they all look exactly the same. And maybe it's just me, but I just cannot keep them straight. They don't make sense. They're not bad looking, but I'm like, I know I've seen this watch before. So I don't get excited about any of them because I think they all exist already. So
Yeah,
that's GS for me in a nutshell. I'm sorry.
I
yeah.
mean,
I swear I
Grand
saw
Seiko
the
has its fans.
yeah.
Grand Seiko has its fans, and it's a great watch. Don't get me wrong. Like me criticizing the watch has nothing to do with the actual watch itself. It's the fact that this watch is already obsolete in my mind because they
Yeah.
have released so many. There's so many SKUs out there which people can no longer keep track of. It's the fanboys who come in. Oh my God, look at the Zaratsu polish, and then again, before people come after me, I've had 14 Grand Seikos. I have two right now, so I don't really care what you think. This is my opinion for all the people watching. It's just
Speaking of
that
SKUs,
it's a very nice watch,
yeah.
but it's like when Apple releases this iPhone 16 Pro Max, right? Um, there's something called planned obsolescence where Apple is like, you know what, after 3 years, let's slow the processor down. All right, now it's time to buy a new iPhone. Let's give $800 off for your new iPhone and you get a new phone. Grand Seiko already did that before they even released the watch. When the Japanese artisans are like, hammering their, the thing, and like creating the dial, and it's already obsolete before it left the factory.
Yeah,
So, it is what it is.
yeah.
People
I
like
could have
it, then
sworn I
people
see.
fall out of love with it.
I could have sworn I saw this style on a Seiko, like a Seiko diver last year. Um, and what are your thoughts? Speaking of SKUs, the SLGW003.
Great watch. Can't wait to pick it up for peanuts. And before, like that's the new 9SA4 hand wound movement titanium piece. Excellent, excellent watch.
Yeah.
But it's $11,000, so not cheap at all. It's
Mm,
38 millimeters, which is not a bigger size, so it won't have a bigger audience. Great watch, really awesome watch. I'm excited. I'm waiting for them to pop up on Moda for 5 grand when they can't sell it, and then I'll swoop in and pick it up. But you cannot pay me to buy a Grand Seiko brand new, and especially at full retail. 30% off, sure, we'll talk. 40, all right, we are there.
yeah.
But that's how I see it. Grand Seiko has become the new Breitling for me. It doesn't matter
Mm.
how good the watch is.
That GS is pretty. I'm not getting one, said Marceau. Hey, Von Crow's like, can anyone tell me about how they've made big improvements in their bracelets during the recent years while I mostly ignore GS?
I think the bracelets are fine. People blow it out of proportion a little bit. Yes, they don't have micro adjust, but 80%, 95% of the watches before 2010 did not have it. Just because something else has it doesn't mean this needs to. There is plenty of space for improvement, but if you want a better bracelet, buy something with the Evo 9 case.
Yeah.
Excellent bracelet.
Mhm.
It's just you will not see the same fit and finish like an Omega or a Rolex.
Punisher XS, they're going to release 10 more snowflakes. Didn't finish that sentence. This year. This year they're going to finish 10 more snowflakes this year. Uh, okay, let's see. How many GMT Master 2 variants are there? Same watch, different bezels. The hypocrisy of the panel.
Yeah, there's like 5 or 6, but not 15, not
Uh,
20.
Yeah,
And he doesn't even mean that,
He's the
Wilson.
king of
he does. He's
GMT. How
just
many
trying to stir
GMTs
the
do you
pot.
have?
It's fun.
Yeah, yeah.
Come
He's
on the
got
panel and say that,
yeah,
Wilson.
yeah. Come on, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. How, show me the cojones,
Yeah,
Wilson. Come on the panel. And plus,
the
and
keyboard warrior.
this is the guy who has all the variants. You know
Right,
what I mean? You
exactly,
know. So
I don't think he
exactly.
has a black Bruce Wayne. I think that's in waiting. But other
yeah,
than that,
Mhm.
everything else, yes.
but he'll get it soon. He'll get it soon. So it's
Yeah.
Um, let's see here. Um, we'll finish up with Grand Seiko with a couple of these. I appreciate GS for their 9F movements and their watches based on those. Those movements look unusually nice for quartz, and they even give you a trimmer, a trimmer, to maintain crazy accuracy over decades. Am I reading that right? Gave you a trimmer?
Maybe
I
a
don't know
Listen
what
timer.
up.
that is.
Timer?
Okay.
Timer? Okay.
I don't know. I don't know what a trimmer is.
I'm like Ron Burgundy. I'm just gonna read what's in front of me. So
Just read the teleprompter, whatever it
I'm just
says.
yeah. Uh, GS will turn the dial texture 90 degrees. Can call it something else. Still great watches in spite of the cringy marketing. Um. Uh.
I don't think the marketing is cringy. I just think they have too many SKU lines. That's it.
Yeah.
It's about refining your product to the point where, like if I think of a Grand Seiko, the first thing that comes to mind is a snowflake, right? So that they developed. Okay, what's a Grand Seiko? There's a snowflake. That's it. So to get to the point where, let's say you're like Rolex, and I'm not saying the whole market play thing. It's just reduce the number of lines, reduce the number of releases, and if you do limited editions instead of limited, this is what I do right now to solve this mess that I've created.
Mm,
Every watch that I release, I'll make 1,200 pieces. I'll make 1,500 pieces. And I'm not going
okay.
to tell people when I'm going to discontinue it. Once the 1,200 pieces is done, that's it. So after that, the scarcity comes in. The FOMO, creeps in, and people go nuts, and they're like, oh, you know what? I missed that. it's basic economics. It's just I don't understand why the people at Grand Seiko do it, but it's just screwing over their own fans in a way. Especially if you are in the habit of buying and selling watches. If you don't sell anything, this entire conversation is moot. Great watch, great movement, usually reliable.
Mhm.
Okay, so it is a trimmer to regulate the movement, sort of like you regulate a balance. Turn the screw counterclockwise slower, turn it clockwise faster.
Hmm. I
Okay,
didn't know it was called a trimmer. Okay,
okay.
good.
Well, hey, I learned something new today.
Yeah,
Hey,
yeah.
look, Blancpain, another brand favorite of Dibs, the Villeray Traditional
Ugh,
Chinese Calendar 2025, Year
God.
of the Snake. Look at this.
Mm,
Ooh,
Ugh.
ooh.
I like it.
mm.
I like it, but I don't know. I mean, when I saw the price, I liked it a little less. It seems
Karan
to be
agrees
rose.
with you, Dib.
Yeah, 100%. Plenty of fans who will buy Grand Seiko, and I'm happy that those fans exist to keep the brand alive. I'm not against the brand. I like Grand Seiko. I've had
Mhm.
so many. It's just they need to fix these niggly little issues that they have had forever. It's just what it is.
Vancouver, I've had that watch. That's a great watch. Um, the year to Dib. We, am I getting my stories mixed up? Were you attacked by a snake?
No,
I'm
why
sorry.
would I? Why
No, no,
would I
no.
be even near a snake?
Well, no, so you were attacked by a tiger.
If I was attacked by a tiger, do you think I would have escaped like a 300-pound animal
Wasn't there?
stomping on me?
Didn't something happen to you? Like you were
No,
like
nothing happened to me. If you're gonna fabricate stories,
I'm
then
not fabricating
I think
stories.
he
yeah,
had a
like
spider. I think he had a
nothing attacked
spider
me.
attack.
Just because I'm from India doesn't mean that there's a wild animal trying to attack me in every
Dib,
corner.
Dib, isn't it true that you were almost attacked by a tiger?
No.
Weren't you on a boat or something like that? Weren't you on a
Yeah,
boat?
but that doesn't qualify as an attack. That doesn't qualify as an attack. It
Sounds
Were
just
like
you
a
got
movie.
scared? You
Doesn't
scared?
it sound like a movie,
It's
like
like
The
like an
Life of
Indiana
Pi or
Jones.
something?
It sounds like an
Yeah,
Indiana
yeah,
Jones movie.
the
yeah.
tiger saw us on the boat, and then it just started charging at us. But that's not an
Okay.
attack. It could not swim fast enough. It
Yeah.
needed longer legs.
Mongrel says you stole that wild animal.
I know. It's only for white people who go to India. Those are the ones that get attacked. Yeah.
Oh, um, Dib was attacked by a
Well, we don't have we don't have cougars in India. At least the animals.
but but that was in the States though.
What about
I know.
Georgia? You might have some in
I'm gonna
Georgia.
plead the fifth. That's what you Americans say, right?
Okay. So a tiger in his what? Okay. All right. Okay. Let me just get myself together here. Okay. All right. We like it, but you know nobody's buying it that we know, right? I mean, like
I
I know
mean,
it's
there's
ridiculously
surely gonna
priced.
be people who are Chinese, and this watch has deep significance for them, and they're gonna buy it.
Yeah.
I mean, the only thing going for Blancpain, in my opinion, is the moon phase. I love the moon phases on all Blancpains. Everything else, throw it out. But I love the moon phases on any Blancpain Villeray. They are so nice. They're so nice.
It was in Atlanta. Marceau said nothing wrong with cougar attacks. Um, Maison has been attacked by a cougar, but that was in a video game. Uh, Karan is sitting and the doctor's and laughing, and the nurse is looking at me asking if I'm okay. Uh, uh, James James says, "Bring on the Cougars." Okay. Well, on that note, um,
Hey, where do you go from here?
yeah, yeah. Hey, look, guys, Mike, thank you so much for coming on tonight. Again, you
So,
knocked it out of the park, and you had a couple of great pickups there. And congratulations again,
thank you. Good to be
Dib.
here.
Yeah, Dib, always a pleasure. Congratulations on your recent acquisition, and yeah, and Chad, thank you so much for joining tonight. We'll be back next week with a little more pleasant background with a Christmas tree. Maybe I'll have
Mm.
the Christmas hat. Maybe I'll do a little bit of a giveaway as well.
Oh, you
Um,
should have the dragonfire chutney live, so we can
okay,
see the sweat,
okay, okay.
dripping
Yeah,
down
yeah,
your
yeah, yeah. We could
forehead.
do that. We get. What should I mean? Like, should I eat it with like a cracker?
Sure.
For anyone, Dib sent me several chutneys, hot spices, and whatnot. And
Mm.
so there's one that I haven't opened yet. It's called Dragonfire.
Just try it before you start doing it because
no,
I
no,
want
I'm
to
not gonna.
get.
No, that what's the point? No, we gotta do it
All
live.
right, fine,
We gotta
fine. We can do
Oh
that.
boy. Make sure you have a
uh,
bucket close by just in case.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Or like, what's it with like milk is good, right? Milk is
Milk
good.
is
Milk.
good. Milk is
Yeah,
good.
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
That takes care of one end. You need to make sure
Right.
you've got the other side covered as well, just in case.
Wasn't that milk and magnesia? Anyway, guys, have a good one. See you next week, and have a great rest of your week. Take care.
Thanks,
Bye bye
guys.
now.
Take care.